Welcome back to the channel named Top Lincoln Currency. Today, we're diving into one of the most interesting and potentially life-changing coins out there, the 1977 1-cent United States coin. That's right, this small penny could be hiding an unbelievable fortune. You might be wondering, how could a coin worth just 1 cent become so incredibly valuable? How could something that was once casually spent on candy or tossed into a fountain be worth millions of dollars today? Well, that's the magic of coin collecting and the fascinating world of rare coins. Let's start by taking a closer look at this iconic penny. The 1977 penny might look like any other Lincoln penny at first glance, but there's a lot more to its story. Released by the U.S. Mint as part of the Lincoln Cent series, this coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. The 1977 penny was minted in huge numbers, yet not all of these coins are created equal. In 1977, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies to keep up with demand. Most of these coins were copper-plated zinc or 95% copper pennies, a mix that makes the 1977 penny unique and durable. But every so often, an error or variation occurs during production, and that's where things get really interesting. Coins with errors can be worth a lot because they're rare, unique, and highly sought after by collectors. These errors can happen in many ways. Maybe a coin was double-struck, or it has a minting flaw that makes it one of a kind. For the 1977 penny, specific minting errors or rare conditions can make it extremely valuable. Double strikes, off-center strikes, and other minting errors add value to a coin, sometimes turning a regular penny into a collector's dream. Let's talk about something crucial: the condition of the coin. Professional coin graders evaluate coins on a scale from 1 to 70, with a grade of 70 meaning the coin is in absolutely perfect condition. Higher grade coins are often worth significantly more than those with wear and tear. For a 1977 penny, if it's in excellent condition, untouched by circulation, it could be worth thousands, and potentially much more. If you find a 1977 penny in pristine condition or with certain rare errors, that 1-cent coin could be worth a small fortune. Imagine checking your pocket change and discovering a penny that could bring you unimaginable wealth. But it's not only the errors or the condition that make some of these coins so valuable. Sometimes, small details or characteristics unique to a particular year can make a big difference. So, if you happen to have a 1977 penny, check it carefully. Look for doubling effects on the letters or numbers, any unusual marks, or anything that seems slightly off. These factors can increase the value significantly. Let's take a look at the auction side of things. Some 1977 pennies in extraordinary condition, or with unique features, have already fetched high prices at auctions. Collectors and enthusiasts are willing to pay a premium for these rare gems, and in recent years, the value of some of these pennies has skyrocketed. Imagine the excitement of discovering that a humble penny is worth tens of thousands, or maybe even millions. You might wonder, why are these pennies worth so much? The answer lies in rarity and demand. Over time, as coins age and fewer survive in top condition, they become rare treasures for collectors. Coins like the 1977 penny have captured the fascination of collectors worldwide, who are eager to own a piece of history. Now it's time for you to take action. Don't overlook the pennies in your jar or that spare change at the bottom of your bag. Go through them, check the dates, look at the condition, and you just might find that 1977 penny that could be worth a small fortune. With the right condition or a unique flaw, your 1977 penny could be worth much, much more than a single cent. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for: what could a 1977 penny in pristine condition, or with a rare error, be worth? Hold on to your seats, because a well-preserved, rare 1977 penny could fetch up to, that's right, $13 million. So, don't underestimate the power of a penny. The next time you come across a 1977 penny, treat it with care, because you never know, it could be your ticket to a life-changing fortune. Thanks so much for tuning in, coin enthusiasts. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins hiding in your collection, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next find be priceless. Today, we're going to uncover the story behind this rare and sought-after 1973 penny that's become a mysterious piece of American currency. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes it so special, how to spot it, and why collectors are willing to pay staggering amounts for it, up to a jaw-dropping $12 million. Transition to close-up images of different 1973 pennies, including pristine, worn, and shiny examples. The year 1973 may not seem that long ago, but in terms of coins, it might as well be a lifetime. During this time, the U.S. Mint was busy producing millions of pennies, but not all pennies are created equal. Some coins have minor variations, tiny details you might miss if you're not looking closely. And for the 1973 penny, it's these small, almost hidden differences that can mean the difference between a penny in your hand and a fortune. Background footage of the U.S. Mint and its coin production process, with narration over the video.so. Let's dive into the specifics. The 1973 U.S. 1-cent coin was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the San Francisco pennies bearing the recognizable S mint mark and the Denver pennies marked with a D. But here's where things get interesting. There are rare variations of the 1973 penny that collectors are absolutely obsessed with. And one of these coins, yes, you heard that right, has been valued at a staggering amount, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln pennies of all time. Footage zooms in on a close-up of a 1973 penny. Highlight the mint marks, D, S, or no mark, with graphics and text to educate viewers. So, what makes a 1973 penny so unique and valuable? First, we have to look at the composition. While most pennies minted from 1973 were made primarily of copper, a select few were made of alternative metals due to experimental changes at the mint. These variations in composition created extremely rare pennies, think of them as test pennies, that have become the holy grail for coin collectors. If you find one of these experimental coins, it could mean you're holding a fortune. These pennies have become so valuable because they are nearly impossible to find and carry an incredible rarity factor. And that's not all. Some 1973 pennies have errors, unique markings or slight differences caused during the minting process, that set them apart. The screen splits to show common 1973 pennies on one side and rare variants on the other, with close-ups highlighting the differences. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if your 1973 penny is worth millions? First, take a close look at the mint mark. A coin expert might be necessary to verify authenticity, but even a quick inspection could give you clues. If you notice that the penny seems unusually shiny or light in weight, it might be worth a professional opinion. B-roll of coin experts examining coins with magnifying glasses, while the narrator explains more about the grading and valuation process. Once you have a 1973 penny that seems like it might be special, the next step is to have it graded by a professional. Coin grading is an essential part of determining a coin's true value. Experts look at everything from the coin's condition to its rarity, and sometimes they uncover surprises that add even more value. For example, an error coin in pristine condition could multiply in value instantly. Many collectors go their entire lives without seeing a penny like this, and that rarity is exactly what drives up the price. So, here's the question we're all asking: how much could a 1973 penny really be worth? After all, it's just a penny, right? Wrong. Some of these rare variations are so prized that they have been valued up to a mind-blowing amount, some so high they could change someone's life in an instant. The 1973 penny with unique characteristics or errors, especially those with experimental composition, could be worth $12 million. So, before you dismiss that old penny in your pocket, take a moment to inspect it carefully. You might just be sitting on a treasure. Check your coin collection, your old piggy banks, and those jars filled with spare change. Who knows? You might have the legendary 1973 penny worth millions right in your home. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, not all pennies are created equal. Today we're uncovering the unbelievable potential value of the 1982 Lincoln penny. That's right. This little coin could be worth more than most people dream of, a staggering $14 million. So, what makes this 1982 D penny so valuable? You see, there's a story here that takes us back over 40 years, involving a shift in metal composition, rare errors, and minting quirks that make this 1-cent coin a genuine treasure. In the early 1980s, the United States Mint was at a crossroads. Inflation was on the rise, and copper prices were soaring, making it increasingly expensive to mint pennies. This led to a big decision, a change in composition from 95% copper to a much cheaper zinc core, coated with a thin layer of copper. Here's where it gets interesting. 1982 was a transition year, so both copper and zinc pennies were minted, making it a particularly fascinating year for coin collectors. The switch wasn't smooth. In fact, it resulted in 7 different variations of the 1982 penny, including changes in weight and appearance, as well as the rare small date and large date types. But it's the 1982 D that really has collectors and coin hunters on edge, and for good reason. The D on this penny, of course, stands for the Denver Mint, where millions of these pennies were struck. However, not every 1982 D penny is created equal. In the middle of this composition transition, a few rare copper pennies slipped through the cracks and were mistakenly minted in Denver. And if you have one of these rare copper 1982 D pennies, well, let's just say you might be holding a golden ticket. Now, you're probably asking, how do I know if I have the right 1982 D penny? Great question. The key is in the weight. The original copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while the zinc pennies are significantly lighter at around 2.5 grams. This small difference is the secret to identifying a potentially million-dollar coin. All you need is a simple scale that measures grams, and you're ready to start treasure hunting. Once you've determined you have a copper 1982 D penny, there's one more critical step: is it a large date or a small date? Most valuable 1982 D copper pennies are the large date type. Check the shape of the numbers, specifically the 2 in 1982. A large date 1982 D copper penny could be the jackpot. But why is this so important? Why are collectors and auction houses willing to pay such astronomical prices for one penny? It's all about rarity in history. Since only a tiny number of 1982 D copper pennies exist, each one is a living piece of minting history. Imagine owning one of the rarest coins from the US Mint. It's no wonder the bidding can get intense when one of these shows up at auction. Let's talk specifics. Just how valuable could this penny be? A similar coin recently hit the market and stirred up the coin community, leading experts to speculate on its true value. Are you ready for this? It's estimated that a 1982 D large date copper penny in pristine condition could fetch an eye-popping, so, there you have it. Check your pockets, your old coin collections, even that jar of pennies in the back of your closet. Who knows? The next time you find a penny on the ground, it could be a life-changing discovery worth $14 million. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more about valuable coins and other treasures, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Don't forget to drop a comment below if you think you might have a rare penny yourself. And as always, happy hunting. Today, we're diving into the world of the United States 1989 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny. But this is no ordinary coin. Stick around to find out why one of these seemingly modest coins might be worth a jaw-dropping $15 million. To truly understand what makes this penny so special, let's first dive into a bit of its background. The United States 1-cent coin has a long and fascinating history, dating back to 1909, when it was first minted with Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile. This portrait was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and it's been an enduring symbol of American heritage ever since. But the 1989 1-cent coin? There's something unique about it. The 1989 Lincoln penny is part of the series known as the Memorial Reverse, named after the iconic Lincoln Memorial that adorns its reverse side. This design is unique because, if you look closely, you can actually see a tiny Abraham Lincoln sitting in the memorial. But it's not just the design that's intriguing. The 1989 penny has drawn attention from collectors for reasons that go beyond its physical appearance. Now, what really makes a 1989 penny worth more than, well, a penny? Several factors play into the potential high value of a coin, such as rarity, condition, and any unique features like errors or variations that may have occurred during the minting process. The 1989 1-cent coin was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While billions were produced, it's the small details in a few of these coins that set them apart as collectibles. From double die obverse errors, where elements of the design are doubled, to rare off-center strikes or other striking errors, these little quirks can turn a common penny into a prized possession. One of the most sought-after errors in the coin collecting world is the double die obverse, which can happen when the coin's image is struck twice by mistake. This error creates a doubling effect, usually noticeable on the text and dates. Collectors are especially excited about these because they're extremely rare in the 1989 pennies. And when one is found, it sends waves through the collector community because of its rarity and the potential value that skyrockets with it. Condition also plays a massive role in the coin's value. Coins are graded on a scale, from good or fine to mint state and proof. A coin in a mint state grade means it's nearly perfect, with sharp details and no signs of circulation. And a 1989 penny in mint state condition is what serious collectors are after. When a coin like the 1989 Lincoln penny is graded as mint state 67 or above, its value increases significantly. Even a small difference in grade can mean the difference between a penny that's worth a few dollars and one that could go for hundreds, thousands, or potentially millions at auction. But here's where it gets exciting. Imagine that one rare 1989 Lincoln penny in mint condition, possibly with an error, it has the potential to be worth an incredible amount. And when the right buyer or collector is on the lookout, the value only goes up. So, you may be wondering, what's the highest value one of these coins could actually reach? After all, this is just a penny we're talking about. But the world of coin collecting is anything but ordinary. Collectors and historians know that these coins represent more than face value, they represent a piece of history, a snapshot of America's past. The value of a rare coin often tells a story, of both national history and personal nostalgia. People remember that penny they found in their grandparents' drawer, or one they collected on a field trip. This emotional and historical connection is priceless, which is why these coins hold such appeal. And now, here's the big reveal. What if I told you that one particular 1989 penny could be worth $15 million? Yes, you heard that right, $15 million. If you're one of the lucky few to come across a flawless 1989 penny with an extraordinary error, in pristine mint condition, you might just be holding a $15 million treasure in your hands. So, the next time you come across a 1989 penny, don't just toss it aside. Look at it carefully, study it, and think about the story it might hold. Who knows? That 1 cent could be worth $15 million. Now that's a penny for your thoughts. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with friends who might be sitting on their own hidden treasure. Happy coin hunting, everyone! Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked coins in your pocket, the 2018 United States 1-cent coin, or as we all know it, the Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, some of these seemingly common pennies have become a sensation in the coin collecting world. And by the end of this video, you'll find out exactly why some collectors are willing to pay eye-popping amounts of money for a single cent. Yes, you heard that right. So what is it about the 2018 Lincoln penny that has people so excited? To answer that, we need to take a closer look at a few key details, including its background, rare errors, mint locations, and the coin's demand in today's market. Each of these factors plays a critical role in why some coins become more valuable than others. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1-cent coin has been around since 1909, proudly featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. In 2018, the Lincoln penny was as iconic as ever, symbolizing over a century of history and holding sentimental value for Americans across generations. But what sets this specific year apart? In 2018, the Lincoln penny was still being struck by the U.S. Mint in large quantities, primarily for everyday circulation. These coins came from the Philadelphia and Denver mints, denoted by the little P or D mint marks under the date on the coin. While most pennies from that year remain highly circulated and carry the expected wear, a few unique ones have come to light, making them worth much more than just 1 cent. Now, let's talk about what makes a 2018 penny truly valuable. There are 3 primary factors: rarity, condition, and the presence of errors. When these 3 come together, you can get a coin that collectors will pay serious money to get their hands on. Condition is one of the most important aspects here. The 2018 penny that's in perfect, mint state condition will fetch a much higher price than a worn one from circulation. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC rate coins from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, perfect specimen. A 2018 penny in the highest grade of mint state 69 or even 70 could catch the attention of serious collectors. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Some of the most valuable 2018 pennies feature errors, and these are not your everyday mistakes. We're talking about double die errors, off-center strikes, and even rare variations that only a few coins from that year exhibit. Imagine a tiny flaw in the minting process, like an overstruck feature or a doubled image, transforming a regular penny into a collector's dream. One of the most sought-after errors in the 2018 Lincoln penny is the doubled die. This error, as the name suggests, happens when the die strikes the coin twice but slightly misaligned, creating a shadow effect on specific details like the text or Lincoln's profile. Double die pennies can be extremely rare, making them highly desirable and valuable. If you're lucky enough to spot one of these, you're in for a potential windfall. Let's talk dollars and cents. How much are collectors actually willing to pay for a 2018 penny? The value of a rare, error-free, and pristine 2018 penny can vary widely depending on its uniqueness. For instance, a high-grade, perfectly preserved 2018 penny without any circulation marks can still fetch a substantial amount of money. If we add an error to that, such as a double die or an off-center strike, the value jumps significantly. Recently, a few extraordinary 2018 pennies were sold at auction for surprisingly high prices. We're talking hundreds, even thousands of dollars for pennies that appear flawless or have unique errors. The more desirable the coin, the more competitive the bidding gets. These aren't just coins anymore, they're collectibles that people are willing to invest in, especially with the thrill of a bidding war. Now that you know what makes the 2018 penny potentially valuable, you might be wondering, how can I find one? The good news is you don't need a metal detector or a treasure map. Start with your change jar, or check rolls of pennies from the bank. Here's what to look for to identify a high-value penny. Check for doubled letters or images, particularly around Liberty and the date. The fewer scratches, nicks, or smudges, the better. High-grade specimens from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints can be worth a lot, but Denver mint coins, with the D mark, have sometimes proven to be especially valuable in top condition. Here's the moment you've been waiting for: how much could a 2018 penny be worth? Now, while not every penny will be worth a fortune, it's true that a perfect grade, error-laden, and rare 2018 penny could someday command huge bids as more collectors join the hunt. So, if you're lucky enough to find one of these rare gems, you might just be holding a piece of pocket change worth, yes, you heard that right, $16 million. Imagine that, from a humble penny. This is the power and excitement of coin collecting, turning small, everyday objects into something of immense historical and financial value. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about other valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Who knows? Your pocket change might just be hiding a fortune. Happy collecting, and best of luck finding that $1 million penny.